Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our call tonight. This is called How to Reach Your Macros Even When You're Busy. So, hands raised. Are you busy? Yes. If you are here, you are probably a busy person. So, I want to hear in the chat box what you're busy with. So, you can say your job, your kids, your animals, your community, your church. There's so many things that we can be busy with in our lives. So go ahead and shout them out. We want to know because then it helps us to know, okay, we are not alone. We all have a lot going on. So I know for me, I have three daughters, three jobs, busy with my church, helping out in the community, lots of things. My parents, I have a grandpa in the hospital, in and out of the hospital right now. That's been keeping us worried and busy. So I want to hear from you. You can post in the chat box. Okay, so job and church and extended family. Yes, definitely. So if you have job or church, extended family, can take a lot of time. Welcome from Maine. Marianne's here from Maine. Welcome. Excited to have you here. So we're just talking about what fills up our time, what makes our lives busy. All right. So as you're thinking about that, we will continue on. Oh, yep, volunteer activities, definitely. Volunteering in the community for sure. Okay, so grab a notebook and a pen if you don't already, because you'll want to take notes. And if you're watching the replay, you can push pause. But we want to make sure to give you all the notes, all the things, so that you can be prepared um, for hitting your macros even when you're busy. All right, and it looks like, I don't know if we're having any more come, so I'm just going to go ahead and click present. There we go. Okay, so grab a notebook. And so this is me. I shared a little bit about me. I'm Shannon, and I am the mother of three beautiful daughters, 9, 13, and 15. I'm married to Patrick. We live in Utah. And this is me, my before and after from last year to this year. And so counting from last year to this year, I've lost about 19 pounds. And a big part of that is from Faster Way. And it was from a nutrition plan from a doctor that I was doing before Faster Way that's very similar to Faster Way. We just didn't do the carb cycling or add the workout. So I love the Faster Way, and it's been so awesome seeing my results breaking through a plateau when I was feeling so frustrated. So, like I mentioned, I'm busy, three jobs. So I currently work at the school. I usually work at the elementary school, substitute teaching. I'm also a media relations specialist, working at a public relations agency, and then I'm a Faster Way coach. All right, so tip number one. I had to throw this in here because I am also a life and performance coach, and our thoughts are powerful. So, tip number one, do your thoughts match your goals? So, as busy people, we need to think about what we're telling ourselves. If we're saying, I'm so busy, then we will never accomplish all the things that we want to do. We have to switch our thoughts and say, I have all the time I need to get everything done in my life. That is a powerful shift. Whenever I feel stressed or anxious, instead of saying, I'm so busy, I don't have enough time, I say, I have all the time I need to get everything I need to do. And it just calms me. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. And it helps us to think clearly. So our thoughts are powerful. Start with your thoughts. Are you thinking things that support your goals or pull you away from them? So do you want to be busier or do you want to have more time? So thinking of, does your thought match your goal? Same with your macros. If you're like, I'll never get this is way too hard, then your thought doesn't match your goal of, I want to master my macros. So thinking, do your thoughts match your goals? It's so powerful. We could go through several different examples. Um, but just like this picture, she's watering her head, her thoughts. And so are we watering our thoughts and letting them grow, or are we stopping them from growing and stopping our progress? So that's the first thing. Tip number two is shop in your pantry. So shop in your pantry and your fridge first. Keep it simple. Shop in your pantry and fridge first to find out what you have already. Then buy things to fill in the gaps. So don't go buy all these new ingredients. That is super stressful and overwhelming. So start with what you have and then you can build around that. So look for the macros that you have in your fridge, in your pantry, and just keep it super simple. All right. Tip number three is plan your meals each week. So set a time once a week to plan your meals with the people that you live with. Talk about the food you'll eat together so that everyone can give their input. The more you plan, the easier it is, and you'll save money too. Okay, this is awesome. If you have anyone, oh, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. If you live with anyone or have people coming over often, taking time to talk to the people that you love and finding out what kinds of meals they like, this can help everyone eat healthier. Because I know a lot of us have children or spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends, something like that. And so it's really easy to be like, I don't want to make, several meals. So you can talk to each other and you can sit down and you can come together on, okay, this is what we're going to make for our family. And it's so fun, especially if you have kids, you can get them involved. They can give you ideas, they can give you recipes, they can help you make the food, which also helps them be more self-reliant in the future. But taking time to plan, even 20 to 30 minutes a week instead of just winging it throughout the week will save you so much time and so much money. So when you are prepared, you will succeed. Tip number four, add your food to the app before you eat it. So this will help you reach your macros. Be intentional with the food you eat. So when you're thinking about eating some food, add it to the app before so you can make sure you're within your macro range. Instead of thinking, oh, I already ate my food, now I'm going to add it. Think, okay, what am I going to eat today? And you can even put it all in the whole day before, and then you can just eat the food and have it all balanced. And that's a really easy way to do it. But taking time to input it before you eat it will make it less stressful and it will make it so they're not like way off. If you're like, oh, I'm already good on my carbs today, I don't need any more carbs, then you wouldn't eat. That happens to me sometimes. I'll add it and I'm like, oh, I'm over on that category. I'm not going to eat that one. And then I'll just delete it. So you can, if you're not sure how to delete it, you can go to the food, click on the right, and then swipe left. And then there's the chance to delete it. Okay, tip number five, plan for no low macro days. So this might throw you for a loop if you are new. Monday and Tuesdays, so we are in that right now. Monday and Tuesdays are high fat net carbs. So net carbs means as your fiber goes up, your carbs go down, which is awesome and it automatically does it. And so you want to have higher fat and lower carbs, but the more fiber you eat, the more carbs you get to eat. So that's really cool. But some ideas are eggs, an avocado, nuts, seeds. Those are pretty much staples for me on Monday and Tuesday to reach my goals and not get my carbs too high. Okay, so I am so excited to welcome a special guest here. This is Rachel, and she's from Utah. So, Rachel, I think I can see you under the heading. If you want to unmute your line, and she's going to tell, she is so busy. You can see she has 4 kids. So, she's going to introduce herself and give her tips. Oh, maybe I need to unmute you. Let's see.
I can just push tab to speak. Does
Oh,
that?
yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Take it away.
Okay. So I'm Rachel Raven from Utah, and I've been doing this program since the beginning of January, the Faster Way. and I have lost 13 pounds in that.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
So I've never had results like this before in my life, and so I'm really proud of that something's working really well. So I have three boys, 16, 14, and 11, and I have one girl, and she's 8, and a husband, and he's awesome and very helpful and does a lot for our family. Uh, let's see, my tips as I grew up eating the 4 food groups for every meal. Like my mom was always like, you got to have a fruit, a veggie, a meat, and a carb. And I feel like that kind of links to this program. You think about like, I got to have fiber. Well, that comes in fruit and veggies. I got to have a protein of some kind and then some kind of carb. And that's kind of easy. So, like, I tend to eat like either 3 tiny meals a day and then one protein shake with stuff mixed in it with fiber, like, I don't know, berries or chia seeds and stuff like that. Uh, I just like to have lots of things on hand too for like if I have to go out the door quickly, then I'll often have things like protein bars or the Paleo Valley superfood bar has like 13 grams of fiber in it, which is pretty amazing. So I really like that. And then I can go out the door with like a beef stick, which is just quick stuff, like or a protein shake I could make real quick and then go out the door. But a lot of times I just keep a lot of things on hand so that I'm just ready to go um, every day. So I always have tuna fish on hand. I always have like beef or chi- some chicken or some turkey. And then I have lots of things like avocado and apples and 3 berry blend from Costco. And um, my favorite is uh, blueberries that go in the freezer, just wild blueberries that I can throw into a smoothie. I also have lots of different protein powders I've used from different companies, which I have to have them. I have to have my protein shakes in order to meet my protein, which means I have to probably have protein at least 4 times a day in order to meet it because I have about 100 grams of protein or a little bit over that every day. Also, one time I was out with my kids, just 2 of my kids, and we were like starving. So we went and got some Subway sandwiches. And I got my son, he's a growing teenager. I got him a foot-long sandwich. And of course, he ate the whole thing. But my daughter, I got her a 6-inch sub, and she ate half of it, and then she was full. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm really hungry, and I'm just going to eat the other half of her 6-inch. And it was great. It was perfect for me. And then I put it into my macros counting, and it worked out. It didn't mess up my macros. It actually went perfectly into my app. So I was like, hey, if a 6 inch is what I used to eat, I can typically eat about half in order to meet macros. Plus, I think people should really focus in on being strict about meeting their macros minimums, the macro minimums, because if you meet your macro minimums, you will build muscle, you'll be stronger, you'll have a calm mood, especially if you're hitting fiber in every single meal or snack, because your fiber will help with your mood too. And it will keep your blood sugar levels low, which is why your mood will be good. Also, and this whole program is helping me a lot because I'm more calm and and it's helping my relationships. If I eat balanced, I'm a balanced mom too. So those are my biggest takeaways I've had. And also, I am I've had issues with my sciatic nerve and it's hurt like all the way down my leg. And so I really appreciate this program because it's helped me with inflammation to go down. And I also have gotten rid of, excuse me, could be TMI, but an ovarian cyst doing this program because I'm eating more balanced and my hormones are balanced and I feel healthier and better. So those are my things that I wanted to share. Do you guys have any questions or we can move on to the next person who's going to speak?
Thank you, Rachel. I love your tips. And we'll open it up for questions at the end. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's so awesome, like hearing from real people who are doing this and seeing results, real busy people. So, tip number 6 is use the macro cheat sheets. Use the macro cheat sheets, pick foods off the macro cheat sheets. You can create a whole meal with individual foods. So, don't feel like you need to make a complicated recipe. Just look at the macro cheat sheets and pick things off, individual things off of each sheet. I do this all the time and it saves a lot of time. Tip number 7, prep food ahead of time. So meal prep to save time. So you can prep chicken or any type of protein ahead. We like to grill things. You can chop up veggies. You can freeze things like freezing chili or spaghetti sauce, making extra for dinner so that you can eat it for lunch, or making like several batches of something. I know for me, I don't really enjoy cooking hardly at all. So I like to make a lot so that it lasts a long time. So you'll save so much time prepping ahead instead of try not to make every single meal because that will take so much time and you'll just feel like overwhelmed and frustrated. So definitely think, how can I prep food ahead of time? Tip number 8 is progress over perfection. You'll hear that a lot in this program. It's all about progress. Do better than you did the day before. Don't try to be perfect. Being consistently okay and progressing every day, you'll see incredible results. It's not about being perfect. All right, so I'm so excited to welcome our next guest from Michigan, Stephanie. It's hard to see all the people. Can you unmute your line?
Hey, I think so.
Yay!
Okay,
Hi,
so
Stephanie. Welcome.
hi. Well, I am uh also a busy person. I work at the local library. I am their MEL specialist. We're just a small library, so I do all of the interloan stuff, all of the stuff for all the other libraries' books that come to us for our patrons. My husband and I also have a farm. We have 4 grown children. One will be getting her veterinarian degree in June. Um, and our second daughter got married in September, which is this picture in the car. We're heading over to Liberty's wedding. Um, we have a son that is 22, and our youngest is 9. Well, she's going to be 20. Um, And then we have the farm. We have 5 head of cattle with 2 little ones. You see that picture of me lifting up a Firefly. She was just little then. I can't do that now. She's too big. Um, we have 3 pit bulls, turkeys, chickens. Crazy life. Um, so I have always been a cook from scratch. If you can cook it once, cook it, do a double recipe, whether that's um, spaghetti sauce, macaroni and cheese, anything. Um, it's nice for busy days to just be able to pull something out of your freezer and throw it in the oven and know you've got good nutrition going into your body. Um, I really like doing the overnight oats. I don't always get it done the night before. So I'll have the first night will be like oatmeal and then, or the first morning will be oatmeal. But while I'm making up one, I am throwing the second one into a jar because I've got everything out already. It's really easy to cook that way. Just separate bowls or triple the recipe because you've got all the ingredients already out. One thing I have recently started to do is using the grocery app. Uh, we order groceries and we plan it out so that we pick up on one of the free times. Um, so usually it's the next day. Sorry, my pit bull is trying to get in my face. Um, and then I'll come home and portion out the meats and freeze the other ones, and get at least the next few days meals prepped. Get the meat all put together, put the rest in the freezer, cut up the veggies. And some weekends have been really crazy lately. My husband broke his foot on Friday. We had company coming over Saturday, and our hay guy decided he's coming today, bring hay instead of tomorrow because of the weather. Just it's what life is. So I was able to be flexible tonight and throw on turkey burgers instead of whatever was originally planned. Um, because things just went weird. My son could cook dinner for me instead of what we were planning. So it's nice to have things already in the freezer, just ready to go on those crazy days when things go sideways, because they will. So kind of just plan for those. They're going to happen. And then tomorrow's better.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie. I love how you talked about being flexible and just planning with your busy schedule. And also, huge congratulations. So, Stephanie has lost 20 pounds doing the faster way since January. So, woo, congratulations. And thank you so much for sharing your story and your tips. All right, we are almost to the end. Tip number 9 is keep macro emergency foods on hand. So Rachel talked a little bit about this, but keeping your fridge and pantry stocked with healthy, macro-friendly foods so it's easy to stay on track. So check your pantry, check your fridge. If you have a lot of junk food or if you have a lot of things that, would be easy to grab that aren't the healthiest, you might want to get rid of them or give them to someone else. Especially when you're on the go or in an emergency, like, I'm starving. You want to have healthy foods surrounding you so that it's easy to grab something healthy instead of thinking, oh, I'm starving, I'll just eat this bag of chips or whatever. So that helps, like when the only options you have are great, healthy, macro-friendly ideas. All right, the last tip is plan your day around going out to eat. So I don't know about you, but I love a burger and fries, and I've actually been eating more French fries and hamburgers since I started doing the faster way. I used to always skip the French fries. Well, I would skip this whole meal. Actually, I would just have a salad, like a chicken salad. But with this program, you need more carbs and more fats. And so I mean, I don't have it every day, but I have had burger and fries more often. So enjoy the burger and fries, input the food that you'll have when you go out to eat, and then plan your day around that to stay on track. So I love helping people create a healthy lifestyle. And if you feel like I can't go out to eat, I can't have a party, I can't do the things that I love, then you'll be on this program and you'll be off. And then we'll talk to you in a year and you'll gain all the way back. And so we want to help you create a lifestyle and we want you to enjoy your food, enjoy your time with the people that you love. So if you want to go out to eat, which is so fun, just plan your day around that. So check out the menu, input the food before you're going out to eat. And then when you're going out to eat, you can relax and you can enjoy the food. Even if you're like, oh, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse, decide how many rolls you're going to have before, input them into your app, and then plan the rest of your food around it. And it will be a stress-free, fun going out to eat experience. So those are all the tips. Does anyone have any questions? So if you have any questions, you can post in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. Does anyone have any questions for Rachel or Stephanie or for me? Or anything that you're like, oh, I wish they covered that. Or even like Rachel or Stephanie, if you have any other tips that you're like, oh, I wish I said that.
I do have something to say, actually.
Okay, yeah, Go ahead.
I have a hard time getting my water in without it flavored or something. So I throw it into my smoothies. So I'll do like 32 ounces of water with a smoothie instead of having milk. Or if I want some milk, I'll put a little bit of milk in too. But um, typically I do that, or I have hydration drinks on hand so I can have a flavored water and have a lot more water.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, especially if you're having a hard time getting water in, there's lots of options to flavor it so that you're not like dreading, oh my gosh, I have to drink more water. So I love that tip. Awesome. Any other comments, questions?
One thing I have found when I'm buying berries, because in Michigan it's not berry season, um, I put them into some small canning jars and vacuum seal out the air, because air is what makes the berries go bad faster. So if you happen to have any extra jars, or I like to cook from scratch and do lots of canning and preserving. So I have extra canning jars right now, and I just throw in any extra mushrooms or blueberries, strawberries, any of that stuff. And they've got the little air suckers that you can just buy at the store. I have a big seal a meal thing that I've got that can do it, but you can like invest in a small 20 little thing. It'll suck the air out of your canning jars, and you can just reuse them to help keep your berries fresh longer.
I love that tip. That's so good, especially, because berries are so expensive. So that's a really great way to keep them longer. Yeah, thank you for that tip. That's a really good one. Awesome.
Is Hi, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. Thanks for being here.
Hi. Hi. Rachel, what were those protein bars that you were talking about?
Okay, typically my family likes um, the ones from Paleo Valley. You probably have to buy it online. And,
Yeah,
and
okay.
Costco has some some protein bars. I can't remember what the Puff bar is, the
The
company.
Puff
Um,
bar? Is that
yeah,
what
it could just be local in Utah, actually.
right? I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
Mm,
but the
I think,
Paleo Valley one you can find online. Those are really good,
Okay.
and they have a lot of fiber to them.
yeah, they have
Okay.
fiber and seeds and well, yeah, because it's fiber, but then protein too. So
Okay. Thank
I
you.
like them. I like the chocolate flavor. I haven't tried anything else from Paleo Valley yet. So
Yeah, I've tried the apple ones. Those are really good.
are they?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a really good tip. And those, I think those are a lot healthier than some. You have to be careful on protein bars to check the sugar intake.
Right. Yeah. I bought some that said they were good protein bars, but I bought them and then I checked them afterwards. Like, why did you do that? Oh,
Uh,
they are just loaded with carbs. I'm like, yep, nope, giving them to somebody else.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful. But yeah,
Right.
I've been impressed with the Paleo Valley ones.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. That was a great question. Anyone else have any more comments, questions? Okay, well, thank you everyone. This has been so fun to get together and share tips and ideas. If you have any questions after you watch this, you're thinking of more questions, feel free to comment in our chat groups or contact your coach. We're happy to help. So we're doing these calls every 2 weeks. Our next one will be in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about how to organize our time. So it's kind of a good follow-up after talking about being so busy. We're going to talk about how to organize our time so we can prioritize what matters most. So thank you everyone for being here tonight. We hope you have a wonderful night. I always forget which button it is. Okay, we hope you have a wonderful night and we'll see you again soon. Good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.